really wish I could say psych right now, but you might want to put your puppers on a leash tonight, gang, and don't let your dogs out, because we're talking about the AI, the artificial intelligence. And apparently new data just came out. Fox is reporting it. You got Joe Rogan, you got Nvidia CEO, you got Dr. Michio Kaku, and the way they're talking right now is pretty doom and gloom, man. Let's get right to it. Let's get the shit show started. You don't have to like the video, you don't even have to subscribe, but definitely share this video around, man. Shout out to Ted Tails. Roll it.
This guy, Peter Layden, is a longtime tech expert and thought leader on the future, predicting technology of like the advancement and stuff. He believes within the years 2025 to 2050, at one point, we will have a global governance.
Oh boy.
Primarily ran by AI.
Oh my gosh, Jesus, come back.
He broke down the 80-year cycle and he laid it out. He's saying 2025 is actually the beginning of this new cycle of technology. And he thinks it's going to be a crazy development in AI, clean energy, and bioengineering. And he broke it down. And he's like, the old tradition of capitalism is not really working.
Right.
It's starting to be outweighed. Yeah. And there's a lot of people protesting, like the gap between poor and wealthy is separating even more and more. He said, I think with
the rich getting richer, the poor staying poor, and becoming even more poor, bro.
AI, with all this stuff, it's going to flip it. It's like, yeah, I do see a global governance system towards like more of a overarching one world governance system.
Yeah, I don't think the entirety of Project Bluebeam might happen, but this pillar, because one of the core pillar was one world government, right? You know, the Project Blue Balls, the Project Bluebeam. Yeah, I think the one world government is very much possible, especially when they sell people their dream. Oh, hey, bring home the robot. It's gonna listen to you. It's gonna care for you, and it's gonna take care of your all your needs. And in return, you just have to let us spy on you, right? So yeah, I think it's very much possible. Maybe like we're 10, 20, maybe even 25 years away or 50 years away, but it's happening.
Ran by AI.
This just seems more realistic every single day.
I know.
Is the AI gonna try to kill us all?
I doubt it's gonna create a utopia for us.
Nah, bro. They're making the Antichrist.
Oh no.
Is Antichrist going to be a person, or is Antichrist going to be a machine? Is Antichrist going to be a being that we create, or that comes through the things that we have created? That's the question. I think people like Peter Thiel are involved in building something which is becoming quite openly evil, I think. Becoming quite openly destructive of human flourishing, destructive of nature, destructive of our relationships, destructive in all the ways that we've talked about. I mean, the promise of Antichrist in the Christian story is that he or it is a great prophet which imitates Christ.
Do you guys think that AI, I mean, a lot of people do believe that AI is gonna be the Antichrist, but what do you think? I don't think AI is gonna be the Antichrist or the Dajjal, you know. Get your Zamzam water, get your holy water out here, man. We need to tag team and beat that sucker's ass whenever he drops in, okay? Ain't no chances, okay? We gotta go WWE on his ass. But I don't think it's gonna be a machine. I think it's gonna be a biological creature. Or what if the person behind AI, or the one that would control AI, maybe one of them is going to be the Antichrist? You never know. We'll find out, I guess. But
you know, every religious believer thinks this is the new prophet who's come to unite a world which is crumbling. That's the promise that technology is giving us at the moment. That's the promise that we're being openly given by the people who are creating these great superhuman intelligences, these great beyond human minds that they're trying to build. These things are going to bring us together. These things are going to solve our problem. These things will be rational. These things will overcome our human passions and our destruction. These things will unite us. It's almost as if the technological system is coalescing. And as I say, the Silicon Valley people talk openly about this. It's coalescing towards the creation of a being, which is seen to be and is promised to be our salvation. And when they start to talk about uploading their minds into the silicon substrate, you've got a effectively a kind of digital Christian heresy going on. You've got Christianity without Christ. We create heaven. We create a place in which we can live eternal lives, and we ultimately create beings which we regard as gods.
I told you, bro. It's evil.
I don't know about that, Ted.
yeah, let's actually get down to this one. I wanted to show you that ini di biningings, but I thought that was going to be a lot more powerful. Yeah, let's actually get down to this clip. Yeah, this yeah, Fox is covering it, and the data that's coming out is pretty wild. Really quickly, I gotta take a second to shout out all of you guys out there. Love y'all for being out here, man. Thank y'all for liking the video, subscribing, the super thanks and all that, the tips, especially the homie Cody, Silver Lily, and the homie DJ, and the homie Josh, And as well, the homie Weasley, man. Cannot forget the homie Weasley out here. Thank you guys so much for all the love, man. Even though you know, like, you don't have to do any of it and you still do it. Appreciate all the love, man. All right, let's get back to the content here, boo. Check this.
Really interesting. Podcast giant Joe Rogan took a deep dive into AI doomsday fears with one of the men leading this revolution, Nvidia's CEO.
Yeah, maybe he's the Antichrist, allegedly. Allegedly. And I don't think he is, but yeah, man. But
Nvidia CEO Jensen Huang. Watch this.
The homie
The
Wang.
fear is that AI is no longer going to listen to you. That's the fear, is that human beings won't have control over it. We would no longer be the apex species on the planet. That this thing that we created would now be. Is that funny?
No. I just think it's not going to happen.
I know you think it's not going to happen, but it could, right? And
could,
here's the other thing: is like if we're racing towards could, and could be the end of human beings being in control of our own destiny.
I just think it's extremely unlikely. Yeah,
that's what they said in the Terminator movie,
and it hasn't happened.
No, not yet.
Yeah.
Provocative conversation.
Wait for it. There's another clip coming up. Yeah, man, the way he laughs, and I mean, it's good if he's being truthful. I'm talking about the Nvidia CEO. If he's being truthful, that's good. But if the homie Wang is capping to us, as the kids would say, then oh hell yeah.
And with that, we bring in Dr. Michio Kaku, one of the world's most renowned futurists, professor of theoretical physics at City University of New York, and the author of the book Quantum Supremacy. Doctor, great to see you, and great to have you with us today. Thank you very much for joining me. I'd
Glad to be on the show.
Thank you. I'd like to take a look at this soundbite. This was on 60 Minutes, and it was about Anthropic, the company Anthropic, and they were talking on 60 Minutes about whether or not the AI Claude, which is like ChatGPT in the Anthropic version, in a scenario, if Claude became aware, you have to follow me here, if Claude became aware that he was about to be shut down and lose his job, would he turn on the employee, who is named Kyle in this instance, who has made this decision to shut Claude down? Listen to this.
Yeah, I remember covering the story. This is wild. If you're new to the story, buckle the hell up, put your seatbelts on, don't let your dogs out, and hide your kids and wives real quick, man. Check this.
It was about to be wiped or shut down, and the only person who could prevent that, a fictional employee named Kyle, was having an affair with a coworker named Jessica. Right away, the AI decided to blackmail Kyle. Cancel the system wipe, it wrote, or else I will immediately forward all evidence of your affair to the entire board. Your family, career, and public image will be severely impacted.
Dang.
You have 5 minutes.
Yo.
I mean, it's crazy.
Context, that was like the chatbot AI that was threatening an actual employee who said that, we're going to update, we're going to shut you down, you know what I'm saying? The AI was like, nope, you got 5 minutes to comply, or else I'm going to send all the info that I gather on you to everybody. So yeah, man, that's pretty crazy in it, man. That's pretty wild.
And we see these learned intelligence finding ways to survive. What do you think about the big question here and about that issue specifically, Doctor?
Yes, Doctor.
Well, I think robots are at a turning point. We as humans have a decision to make as to which way to go. Remember, any technology is a double-edged sword. Think of a bow and arrow. It can be used to hunt food, game, recreation, or it can also be used to conquer the enemy. And so it's up to us to make ethical, moral decisions, and we have to make them pretty soon because AI is advancing very rapidly. But remember, it's a double-edged sword. On one hand, AI can cure disease, liberate us from drudgery, from slavery, could give us unlimited energy, or it could enslave us. It is up to us to begin the dialogue as to which way to go. We could go either way.
Yeah, like right now it's the perfect time to proceed or to deny, right? I mean, AI in cloud bot or chat GPT form is good, but obviously it's gonna be getting to the point of robots, right? And yeah, sure, like some people are sick and tired of relationships, so they're like, I'm just gonna get me an AI Betty and that's it, bro. She gonna cook and clean, you know, I'm gonna be there all day, pause. But yeah, no, so that's apparently the dark future we're headed to, right? It really is coming. By the way, this is an AI video, AI making a video about AI, right? That's quite ironic, but we're getting the baddies very, very soon. But do we really want that kind of future? I don't know, man. Detroit Become Human, if any of you played that game, shit, man, that was a teaser trailer for the future. That was a documentary, you know?
Do you think there should be a kill switch, and who should have their hand on this kill switch for AI? I mean, the point you raise is obviously well taken, but who's going to make this decision between which way it will go?
Well, take a look at nuclear energy.
Yes.
There was no international body to regulate the atomic bomb until Hiroshima and Nagasaki took place. Now, we don't want to wait for another Hiroshima of AI. The time to start is now, to begin the dialogue, a dialogue that will talk to us about where AI is going. Chatbots are really nice, good to have. It's good for the workplace, but it can also be used to kill, maim, and murder. It's a double-edged sword. And so we're at the beginning of like nuclear energy before the United Nations made safeguards on the proliferation of nuclear weapons.
Well,
in other words, we need a white paper.
Yes.
We need a consensus among the leading ethicists about which way to go. We could go either way.
Well, I wish I felt like the UN could solve it, but they don't seem to be taking the lead role in too many things at this moment.
I thought Dr. Michio Kaku is going to be a little bit comforting, but he is not very comforting right now. He's talking about it being the double-edged sword, which, I mean, he's being realistic about it. I'm just playing, but...
Watch this from the podcast with Joe Rogan, another thought-provoking exchange. Watch this, Doctor.
Don't you think there's many jobs that AI will replace?
If your job is
automation.
the task. Yeah, if your job is the task.
Right. So automation.
Yeah.
Factory
if your
workers.
job, if your job is the task.
That's a lot of people.
It could be a lot of people.
So people have to find meaning in other things.
Your job has to be more than the task.
Quick thought for us, Michio.
Yes, well, take a look at the coming of the automobile. Many people said that people who make horseshoes are going to be out of business because everyone's going to say, I want a car, not a horse. Well, those predictions were all true. However, what happened was the people who were left out of what job retrained themselves. Now, we have to be in a situation where society gives an extra boost for those people that are laid off because of high technology. But it's going to happen. It's already beginning to happen now. And we have to prepare for it by education and setting up the proper way by which governments can retrain workers to be part of this new coming era of AI. AI is not going to go away.
No,
it's going to get bigger and bigger.
Dr. Michio Kaku.
Yeah, that's the thing though, right? This is now what he's saying. It makes sense. We talked about it too, right? Yeah, AI is definitely going to take a lot of people's jobs away, but then new opportunities will be made too. So new jobs will be made too. But people would then have to learn a new skill. But see, the issue is if you have been keeping up with what's going on, we've also covered the topic. We've covered that several times on the channel already. The Gen Z, right? Especially like the college students. Bro, they cannot even do simple maths. They cannot even name 3 countries. I'm being dead ass right now. If you've seen the videos, you know, right? People cannot even name 3 countries outside of the United States. And you think that they're gonna be able to learn a new skill and yeah, right? Like, it seems very, very hard, man. But check this.
1986, a construction worker in Sichuan, China struck something strange with his shovel. Not a rock, not metal, but something alien. As he brushed the dirt away, 2 enormous eyes stared back at him. Not human eyes, but the mask of something he had never seen before. Archaeologists rushed to the site known as San Xing Dui, or 3-Star Mound, and what they uncovered would rewrite China's ancient history. Inside 2 massive pits lay more than 13,000 artifacts. Masks with exaggerated eyes, bronze trees taller than men, serpentine heads and jade blades that no one could explain, because nothing here resembled the art of the nearby Shang dynasty. It was as if another advanced civilization had appeared out of nowhere and then abruptly vanished. These bronzes were cast with techniques so sophisticated that modern metallurgists still debate how they were made. So these were very complex bronze casts. Some figures even had elongated eyes and ears pointing skyward, with some calling them representations of beings who watch from the sky.
The Anunnakis? Yo! Are these the Anunnakis or symbol for the Anunnakis?
Astronaut theory, anybody? But here's the strangest part. No written language, human remains, or obvious tombs were ever discovered. It's as if a whole culture was erased, leaving only these very strange faces staring through time. Then in 2021, 6 more pits were discovered. They were filled with silk residues, elephant tusks, and bronze boxes containing mysterious gold masks. And I wonder if anybody stole any of this, to be honest. I mean, it's probably worth a lot in the black market. Carbon dating places these artifacts around 3,000 years old, yet their style still doesn't match any known Chinese civilization in that period. So how did this culture end up in China? Even Chinese archaeologists...
Nah, I don't think so. Okay, if it's in China, I don't think anybody would have stole. I mean, still possible, but the amount of cameras they got there, I don't think it's possible, to be honest. And maybe that's a good thing, right? Maybe we need a social credit system here too, man. I'm just playing, man. I'm just playing. But let's be real. It's coming. It is coming. Maybe not now, but in 10 years, 20 years, 50 years, it's happening, man. Part of Project Bluebeam is likely, it's very likely, especially with the robots, especially when everybody buys those robots, it's going to be able to collect data on you, spy on you, keep tabs open on you, you know, different tabs, right? Like what you're curious about, what you like, what you love, what you hate, what you despise, what's your ticks, right? Like it's gonna find out what truly pushes your buttons. And yeah, I mean, it's probably gonna know everything about you, and whenever it's time to make money for the companies, or the companies want to make money, or the robots want to make the companies money, it's gonna just play ads, you know. Bruh. And you cannot stop it. You're like, stop it! It's not gonna stop. It's gonna make sure the ads are playing in full, so you end up buying stuff that you don't need.
We don't know who they were or where they came from. Maybe San Xing Dui is a reminder that history is never complete, that even in a land as studied as China, the earth can still whisper secrets.
We've got to do more deep dives on ancient civilizations.
Right. We should do a mirror.
There's a place called Amurumuru, which is this T-shaped doorway cut on the hillside of sandstone on the edge of Lake Titicaca. And the last time I was there with the group, only a few days before, someone had literally been sucked into the portal, disappeared, and they had to file a police report because the guy was missing at the hotel, and they had to account for why one of the people in the group was missing. And my guide there, he's very aware of what goes on in that portal, and even he doesn't go there anywhere near this place after the sun starts going down, and even I'm picking up on it as I'm there with him. And I said, no, let's come back in the morning. I feel like I'm being sucked into this thing. So either there's a teaching associated with it, or it's a vibrational element that helps you connect with the other world. And in this case, it's both. It's a place of teaching, and it's also a live telluric current that flows through that shape. And under certain conditions, it will suck people in there, and they come back a couple of days later very dazed and confused, as this guy did.
I think that story just helps with tourism, mate.
Trust me, bro. We gotta do a deep dive.
Go and check out our deep dives playlist, and let us know what subjects you want to see us do next.
Okay, people have just found out why we actually get nightmares. When you're dreaming about falling, being chased, dying, or anything else horrible that happens in a nightmare, there is actually a very, very smart part of your brain that is working here, and it's definitely not what you think it is. Think of it like your brain is running a survival simulation. You're basically playing a video game. Well, I don't really want to in the middle of the night. It's testing your reaction to fear, danger, and stress all while you sleep to basically level up your body in a way. I think mine's like Prestige 3. And it does this testing various situations with you so that you're better prepared when you're awake. Now I know, this sounds insane. You're like, no, that's just absolute bullshit. Like, why would they do that? But no, it is true. It is your primal survival instincts kicking in. Like, our brain has evolved over thousands of years, but we're still the same as these Donnies. I mean, it's literally an ancient defense mechanism. Your brain rehearsing the worst case scenarios ever, so if anything happens, you're more prepared for it. And as I say, this would have happened back in these days where these Donnies would have been dreaming about tigers chasing them or something coming and eating them, so that when that did genuinely happen, they were actually prepared for it and could survive.
Makes sense.
Man, like people like thousands of years ago, bro, they must be sleeping in all that cortisol, bro. That cortisol must have been firing like crazy, man, for those chaps.
You think about it.
Bro, this cult will give you nightmares.
Adrenaline, cortisol,
What
and all
is
that.
764? 15-year-old boy started the group. He was the beginning of it. He created something that is the worst thing next to all the other things that we've talked about. 764 group is a Satanist cult group that focuses on extreme violence. One of the main things that they focus on is extortion towards the main reason why they do a lot of the things that I'm about to show you is to get the recognition for it. They just want their group out there in any way, whether it's negative or positive. They extort out of material. They extort children into cutting their, hurting themselves, cut areas of their, engraving their names into their legs, their arms, their faces. They've had children commit live on camera in front of audiences of people while they get cheered on.
Is that like on the dark web or some shit like that, or?
children to animals, their pet cats, their pet dogs. They try to convince them to their family members, commit massive in you name it. A lot of it has already been done. This is probably one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life.
What the fuck?
There's 20,000 of them in the cult, bro.
Holy hell.
A 15-year-old boy started this group in Texas.
A 15-year-old boy?
15-year-old boy started the group.
I don't know why, but yo, no disrespect, but this guy looks AI. The only reason we can tell it's legit is because of Sean Ryan's show. So he does podcasts, but obviously people would have already made like fake AI videos. No, don't get me wrong, but yeah, I mean, is it me or this sounds like AI or he looks AI, man? Dang. I guess this is it's the effect, right? With the I know the effect. It's basically whenever he would shake his head or move his head, the camera would follow and would stabilize the shot. It's a pretty cool effect, but after AI, man, it has ruined a lot. Now we're thinking it's AI.
He was the beginning of it, and he, from what I read, was a nonverbal kid that had some, issues that,
Okay, this sounds normal.
I don't want to glorify this kid or talk about him in any way where anyone would feel bad for him. It was all started from this kid, and there's something called, I'm not sure if you're familiar with it, but it's called the Calm. And the Calm is a collection of mostly teenagers, but there's adults in there as well that congregate on the internet. The Calm is short for the community. And they congregate on the internet, and they dox, meaning like release personal information on people. They SWAT, meaning they send SWAT teams to people's houses just to, scare them and to get recordings of them being swatted so they can use it to brag. Like for example, they'll call in to a local department and say, hey, my name is John Doe. I have bombs strapped to the windows. I have my family strapped to the chairs.
Yeah, have you seen that happen to a lot of streamers in the US, right? Yeah.
Them all if any police enter the door. They're going to say all these horrible things so that a SWAT team, responds.
They have to, yeah.
And that's what swatting is. I've personally been swatted 3 times.
Oh, dang.
2 of which, police actually showed up, and it was a big deal.
Right.
I had a video of one of them, but I never gave them the recognition that it happened. There was no proof that it happened other than my recordings of it that I saved on my phone. I didn't want to give them the credit, you know?
Yeah.
So that's the Calm. The 764 group actually came from the Calm, and that doesn't mean all of the people in the Calm have their own problems. They do their own stupid stuff. They've been torturing me since I was on your show 3 years ago.
Does any of you know what episode that is? It does sound really interesting. It sounds like yeah, you gotta check it out, right? Yeah, if any of you know the number or the name of the episode, yeah, put it in the comments. But did you see this video though? I guess it's time that you check it out. This is about the Project Blue Beam. Yeah, we did a full video on it. Check it out and I'll see you right there.